This is the Strip Sack Duelcast. I'm the Hawk.
What a game. Justin Tucker for the win. And I'm the Fat Man.
What a game. That is right. One of the best games of the year. Probably the best game of the year. Ravens 45, Browns 42. You know, the Browns are down 20-34 at one point. We saw 3 consecutive scoring drives by the Browns. The Ravens tying it getting ahead at 42-35. It was great. Great fucking game.
Well, right, looked like a blowout.
Right. Yeah. Lamar Jackson, 11 for 17, 162 yards, 124 on the ground, 2 touchdowns. And Baker Mayfield, 28 for 47, 324, 2 touchdowns, a pick, a rushing touchdown. I think it's out, man. I think he's good. Period.
Why is he throwing the ball 47 times with Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubb?
You know that regardless of him throwing 47 times, Nick Chubb had 82 on the ground. He had 2 touchdowns, 21 receiving yards. And Kareem Hunt, polar opposite, 33 on the ground, a touchdown, 82 receiving yards, and 2 touchdowns, and another touchdown. I mean, those guys still produced. I think that this is the type of game where they needed to throw 47 times because of them getting down, 34-20. This is the time when you need to throw 40 sometimes. Take note, Steelers. Take note, Eagles. That's when you do it.
Best play of the game. Well, Baker threw that Hail Mary at the end of the half. Best tackle I've ever seen. And that DB ran square to the goalpost.
Yeah, he got up. He was dazed. I seen the ducks flying around his head.
Oh, yeah,
his helmet.
Fucked up. He was fucked. That rung his bell. He didn't see that train coming.
But, yeah, I mean, what do you think? You think Baker's for real now or what? You think you still need to see a little bit more? Or you think it's time to start seeing more Baker Mayfield performances like this?
I think he's above average. He definitely looks better without Odell Beckham out there.
Yeah, strangely enough,
That's the scary thing.
It makes you think, like, if those guys just couldn't get on the same page, that happens. 2 great players together, just not clicking, I'm starting to like him again. I didn't like him last year. I liked him his rookie season, but I'm starting to like him again. I'm pretty happy.
Crazy thing is, where does Odell Beckham end up next year?
Seattle. I don't know. I would like to see him in Dolphin uniform, honestly.
Yeah, it makes 2 of us.
For a Philadelphia uniform. Those 2 teams are in desperate need of a number 1 wide receiver, probably more than anybody in the NFL right now. Texans is a good fit.
I want to see Odell go back to Miami, or go down to Miami, and then bring Jarvis back with him. So we can cut Odell.
Oh, man, Jarvis probably likes having Odell on the sideline rubbing his feet.
Well, another interesting thing for Odell would be the Texans or the Titans.
Well, I mean, I think the Titans have a good wide receiver core, Corey Davis and A.J. Brown. They have the weapons there. He definitely would help because neither one of those guys are as good as Odell. But the Texans for sure. I mean,
Jarvis is probably telling him, no, you don't want to go play with Tannehill. He's a bum.
Yeah, bro. You don't want that guy. You don't want that. He just gets sacked all the time and drops the ball. All right, man. Moving on. Power rankings. Start us off.
Kansas City.
Kansas City.
Nothing's changed. That Tyreek Hill, he's a fast little dude.
Man, number 1 for me is also the Chiefs. Even with 4 turnovers, they still overcame it.
Green Bay, number 2.
Yep, number 2, I also have the Packers.
3 is Buffalo.
Yep, number 3, I have the Bills as well. Are you copying me again?
Got it.
I mean, it's a huge win. I mean, there's no denying that this team is for real now, so that's why I got the Bills there.
4, I got New Orleans. Even though they lost yesterday, I don't care. They're still at 4. Breeze is going to come back.
Number 4 for me, I have the Pittsburgh Steelers. I understand that they're reeling, and they really need to figure out this run game. But I feel like they will do that, and they'll start getting back on track.
5, I'm going to make you smile. That's where I put Seattle.
Ooh, I'm definitely smiling. I'm definitely smiling. Number 5, I got the Los Angeles Rams. It was a very decisive win against the Patriots. You know, and now they get to play the Jets for their reward.
6, I have the Rams. They look good. I think Seattle's just a little bit better, a little bit more experienced.
Number 6, I got New Orleans. It was a close loss against Philly, but they've got a really, really tough game coming up next week against the Chiefs. And I think it's going to tell us a lot about where the Saints are going to be.
7's where I have Pittsburgh.
Number 7, this is where I got the Seattle Seahawks. This team has shown the ability to fix itself. And I think it's time for them to make a statement, with Washington, San Francisco, and Los Angeles up left on their schedule. This is the time for them.
8, I have the Colts. Yes, I'm changing this as we go.
Number 8, I also have the Colts. Honestly, I don't think anybody wants to play this team right now. 4 of their last 5 games, this team has reached over 30, and 2 of those they've reached over 40 with that defense. That's pretty scary.
9, I have Tennessee. I don't trust Tannehill, but you can't stop that man beast that is Derrick Henry.
Yes, 9, I also have the Titans. I don't think anybody could stop from him. He needs 468 yards to get to 2,000. That's 156 yards a game. I'm calling it. He does it.
In 2 weeks. 10, I have Cleveland. I know they lost, but they still look pretty damn good. And the only mistake they made was they left too much time on the clock at the end of the game.
At number 10, I got the Cleveland Browns as well.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Miami Dolphins. I thought you were going to make me smile.
No, I mean, I think the Browns, the Bucks, and the Dolphins are all right there, but I'm putting the Browns there because tonight showed me that this team is they're there. They're so close to winning the game. There's just nothing they can do. Lamar Jackson just made some really good plays at the end of that game, and what are you going to do with the best kicker in the NFL?
Part of it was Cleveland's defense couldn't stop Baltimore. Couldn't stop them. I
mean, at the end of that game, Lamar just made really good plays.
Right.
I mean, that throw to Marquise Brown, that the Cleveland defense, 2 of their DBs came at Lamar. That's why he was that open.
And that was a very smart play by Brown using the ref as a pick.
Yeah. There you go, Zebra. Block for me, buddy.
Yep, that was intelligent. I like that.
But yeah, I think Miami and the Bucks are right there too. I mean, Miami as well as Cleveland showed this week that they're more than just scrappy. They're going to be in it to win it every week. And we'll probably talk a little bit more about that.
To his first 300-yard game. First pick, his first 300-yard
number 1 wide receiver. He did it with no running back.
Yep.
The best player he's got on there is Gesicki. That's his best offensive player.
And he showed some balls rifling it into triple coverage.
Yeah.
Scored. So.
3 TDs, 1 pick. Not bad for him. It was a really good game. You're making me a believer over here. I might get a Tua jersey next.
Oh, yeah. Now we're talking.
All right. Thursday's pick, Chargers at Raiders. I'm going to let you go first.
Again, I'm sorry, Chucky, but you've made me a non-believer these last couple weeks. Taking the Chargers. I like Justin Herbert. I like what the kid can do. I like the Chargers in this game.
You know what? I just don't like the Raiders defense right now. I think I'm going to go with the Chargers. I'm going to go with the rookie quarterback. Last week I went against them and I was wrong. Hopefully this week I'll be right. And if I am right, this makes some very interesting playoff scenarios over in the AFC. which is our next topic here, playoff stories. We got quite a few interesting ones. We got the NFC West.
Playoffs?
Playoffs? Yeah, we're 3 weeks away, buddy. 3 weeks.
God
We
damn.
got the race in the NFC West. We got the race in the NFC East. The number one seed in the NFC. The AFC side, the wild card race, I think, is the most interesting thing. Out of those three, like, what are you like most looking forward to? Like, what do you think's gonna happen?
Miami's got a tough road ahead of them. They got the Bills, the Patriots. I'm not really liking their chances, knowing that Bill Belichick, what he does to rookie quarterbacks. And then you got, the Bills are playing fucking phenomenal right now. So I'm
Yeah,
not really looking too forward to that. Probably between the Rams and the Seahawks out there in the West seems to be the most intriguing. It's at least the closest race in my eyes.
I got one for you. You got Washington at 6-7. All right.
Mm-hmm.
You got the Giants at 5-8, and Philly down there at 4-8-1. If Philadelphia wins out and finishes 7-8-1, and Washington playing Seattle, call them the win, obviously. But Washington drops a game, maybe Philly sneaks in the playoffs in the NFC East side with Jalen Hurts. Isn't that such an Eagles storyline? They put in the backup and it leads them to the fucking playoffs.
Yeah. I mean, that is the Philly thing to do.
I know, and we know that we got the NFL conspiracy theories out there. The WWE scripters are just writing this shit out. So I mean, this is a possibility. But outside of that,
I still like the Giants in the East. Washington's playing really good. They're ahead right now, but I don't know. I still like the Giants.
yeah, I think the Giants are the best team, and we don't know what's going on with Alex Smith. Like I said yesterday, it was negative on his calf. It's just a little strain or whatever, a little tight. He just could not get it loose. So it shouldn't be anything for him to, hurt himself going forward. So he should be back out there. If not, then it's clearly the Giants in that division.
The questionable thing is, what does Washington do at quarterback next year? Clearly, they need one. Alex Smith ain't no spring chicken. I mean, he's comeback player of the year, obviously, but what do you do?
Maybe
Do you maybe try and make a trade for Sam Darnold?
that's what I was thinking. Maybe
or
that's
do you
what
grab
Sam Darnold lays for.
Or do you grab the Eagles garbage again and grab Carson Wentz like they did Donovan McNabb?
I don't think they take Carson Wentz. I think Carson's going to go somewhere else. But I really think that Sam Darnold is very intriguing because that they're tanking for Trevor. I don't care what Gase says. They're tanking. It's clear. Did they fire their OC after only scoring 3 points against Seattle? No.
Well, that's the only reason Adam Gase hasn't been fired yet. They want to make sure they lose the rest of the year.
Yeah, well, he's staying up every single night of the week. He's preparing for each game and how to make it look close. Well, he fucking failed last week. But no, Sam Darnold on the Viking or on the Washington football team would be pretty interesting, and he's definitely a good QB. I think that might revitalize his career, and he has a defense to back him up. I like that.
No, I don't think it'd be a bad spot for him. And if Alex Smith does come back, well, I'm sure he will, comes back for another year, he can learn from him.
I mean, Alex Smith.
I mean, it worked out.
Kaepernick, Mahomes.
It worked out. Yeah, I was gonna say it worked out for Patrick Mahomes.
Yep. And like I said, it worked out for Colin Kaepernick too. Regardless of what happened at the end of his, short stint with the NFL, but he still was pretty good and pretty efficient. Good runner.
Goofy throw in motion.
Yeah, kind of like Phillip Rivers with wheels. I don't know, that AFC wild card race is pretty interesting to me. I mean, I at this point, I think one of the Titans or the Colts, one of those teams are going to be in it. So I'm going to write that off. But I'm going to say that the other two teams is going to be the Ravens and the Dolphins. I'm going to go back on what I said about the Patriots. And I think the Dolphins are more than capable of beating them. It's going to put them down to 8 losses.
Well, here's one thing I know.
Right.
Here's one thing I know for sure. Miami splits every year with New England. Every year they split 1-1. Even when Brady was there, 1-1. Except for the year the Patriots went undefeated. So, I mean, I won't be surprised to see Miami beat them. Not at all. It's kind of expected, honestly. But and we seen New England beat them up the first game of the year. It was terrible. So yeah, you put Tua in there, and you just pray that he don't get killed.
Listen, you don't think that Bill Belichick hasn't gotten had by a rookie quarterback before?
Come on. Lay it on me.
3 touchdowns, 297 yards. The very first time Russell Wilson played against the Patriots. His best game of his entire rookie career was against Bill Belichick. Maybe Tua follows those footsteps. Maybe. I know. That gives you're hoping over there. Hoping. Yo, if he's anything like Russell, he's going to have to beat the Patriots, period.
I don't think Tua is anything like Russell Wilson.
Oh, he ain't. You just bow down greatness.
He's more that Drew Brees type.
I don't know, man. I thought I saw a lot of positive against those Chiefs.
Well, hell yeah.
I mean,
if
he had some more weapons, let's just hope that, the Dolphins aren't like the fucking Philadelphia Eagles organization and just doesn't draft anybody for him. Just gotta hope and pray.
Here's something for you. I haven't liked the Dolphins quarterback since Dan Marino. And I bought a fucking Tua jersey his second week he was starting.
And you saw what? He threw 2 passes and you were in love?
Yep. 2 passes. 2 passes. And I had a red rocket.
All right, man. I got nothing.
Yeah, I ain't got nothing else. So head on, obviously you're going to watch us on YouTube. Hit like, comment, subscribe. Talk some shit. We love it when you do that. We upload this to audio, Google, iTunes, Spotify, wherever you're listening to your shit at. That's where you're going to find us. We also have a Facebook page, FATMAN and the Hawk. 96 people on that Facebook page, but, we're only getting about 15 views. So pay the fuck attention to what we're putting out there, guys. Come on, support your boys. That's all I got.
Yep. Everything you said, +1. Comment, like, subscribe. I am the Hawk.
And I'm the Fat Man.
See you.